I don't know if you guys have noticed, but phones are getting obscenely large, and some of them can actually open up into really, really large displays. The device that we're looking at today, though, is going in what I can only describe as a diametrically opposite direction. This device is extraordinarily small. Perhaps this could be a companion device. Maybe you're a Surface Duo user and your Duo has no SIM in it. Maybe this does have the SIM and you can use this to do phone stuff and then use your Wi-Fi hotspot perhaps on your Surface Duo. Today we're looking at a device which I actually wish I had more information on because it's not actually been made public at time of recording this unboxing. This is the Unihertz Jelly 2E, and you can tell by the size of the box that we're about to unbox a very, very small phone. I don't know why, but I've wanted one of these really tiny phones for a while. I wanted the Palm phone. I actually looked at buying the other versions of the Jelly, like the Jelly 2. The 2E is a new version. According to the box here, we guess we can go to the overhead camera, and we'll take a look at some of what we do know here. It is an octa-core 2 gigahertz processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 storage, 2,000 milliamp hour battery, a 3.3 inch display. Oh my goodness, that is so small. 16 megapixel camera and an 8 megapixel camera. And just look at the size of this box. This box already is downright adorable. I'm excited. I don't know why I'm this excited, but I'm excited. So let's get into this unboxing experience here post haste. I'm assuming by now I've gotten prices, so I will try and put those on the screen now so that you'll know kind of what we're looking at, because frankly, I just don't know. Let's pop this top off here. The Jelly 2E, designed by Unihertz. If I did not say Unihertz already, that is who makes this teeny tiny little phone. I'm going to leave my Z Fold 4 here just for like comedic effect. What's in this thing first? What do we got in here? Looks like we got a SIM ejector tool. Is this a screen protector? I think this is a screen protector. It is. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, that's cool. They included a screen protector. We'll set this aside for now. And what else is in the box? Anything else at all? We have a, looks like a charging cable, and it's angled. That is interesting. It's an angled cable. We also have a little lanyard thing, which is kind of smart for this, actually. That's kind of cool. And it looks like otherwise that is it. So let's put all this stuff back in, set that aside, and now let's get this thing out of its packaging here. This thing is absolutely tiny. It's actually already in a little case, too. It's in a little case. This thing feels like a brick. It's way thicker than I was expecting it to be. But I mean, a 2,000 milliamp hour battery and something this small is actually pretty decent. Can we pop this case off? Yeah, we can. And then we got this thing here, which I'm also going to peel off. There you go. This is it. It's actually already got a screen protector on it, I believe. Yeah, it does. So they just sent us with an extra, like an extra screen protector just in case. So you have volume rockers here. Maybe power. Maybe this is like a shortcut key. Oh, that's why the charging cable is angled, because it's on the side. Rear mounted fingerprint, and then a camera there on the back. Can we just get a look at the size of this thing? Oh my goodness gracious, this thing is absolutely diminutive. Let's hold down this button and see if it's going to power up here. Maybe that's not the power button. Let's try the top one. There we go, was the top one. Unihertz, powered by Android. Why do I like this thing so much? I don't know what it is about it, but I really like this. Very small device. You know what it has? 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, guys. We can still fit it in there. Come on, Apple. As you can see down here at the bottom, it looks like we're going to have a capacitive area for navigation, so maybe no like gestures like you might be used to on Android. It's so small. Oh my gosh. What is typing going to be like on this thing? So we're not going to connect to a mobile network because I don't have a SIM in there at the moment, although I guess I'm going to have to put it in here. I mean, you got to properly test the thing out, right? You can't just use it on Wi-Fi. Kind of defeats the purpose. All right, here is the typing experience on this thing. Oh my goodness. Thumb typing might be out of the question here. But I was able to type that in with no errors. We got through that just fine. So I jumped ahead a little bit in the setup because a lot of this is boring, but this thing has face unlock. I mean, I don't even know what to make of this, but apparently it does have face unlock. So yeah, we're going to set this up. We're going to set up face unlock on the Jelly 2E. It says center your face in the circle. There I am. There's me. That was it. Okay, I'm not sure how fast that's going to work, but whatever. Now we're going to set up our fingerprint here on the back. And so it is back there on the back. So we're going to touch it. And you know what? That's pretty fast. Not too shabby. We'll have to see how. Okay, a few missed taps there, but whatever, that's okay. We'll see how it works actually in the operating system itself. Okay, and this is our home screen. And honestly, like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I feel like I'm just giddy with excitement with things that I want to test on this. So here's one thing. Is this running Android 12? Is this? It's got to be 12. It can't be 13. 13's not out yet. I'm dumb. Okay, let's go into the settings here. And let's go down to About. Is that where it says it? We are, in fact, running Android 12, guys. We're on pretty current software. Let's turn the brightness down a little bit because I feel like my camera is having a hard time just being able to see this. So as for the controls, it looks like you've got this as a home button. That is your multitasking, and then this is back. But you also do have gestures. So you have both. Now the screen protector, come on, focus. The screen protector is making it so that the back gesture is a little rough because it's sharp right there. So you may just want to use your buttons or peel off your screen protector. Let's see what YouTube is like on this thing. My camera's having a hard time focusing on this thing because it's so small. So here is YouTube. We're not going to update just yet. We're just going to let it roll. I feel like I've talked about this about 37 times. So we got audio before we had video. But I have an update to give you guys on the long journey of Xbox. So first off, I mean, the speaker, there's only one of them, and it's not super duper loud, but it's tiny, so like we shouldn't be shocked about this. Let's go full screen if we can and see what our viewing experience is. This just amuses me to no end. I really don't know what to tell you. It's hilarious to me. But I mean, it's playing okay. I have to say right now, the performance is not awe-inspiring. There may be some things going on in the background like this that are potentially dragging me down a little bit. It's wanting to go through this setup thing again for some reason. Some Android phones want to do this, and I don't know why. What about the camera? What kind of camera performance are we dealing with here? You have a pro mode? What? Oh my goodness gracious, there's a pro mode with exposure. What else? ISO, white balance, and exposure. Okay, so no focus, but there is a pro mode. Is there a portrait mode? I'm trying to get through these. I guess I gotta go that way. Okay, so there's no portrait mode. I'm shocked by this. Let's take a picture real quick. And then let's flip it around and let's take a selfie. Now I guess we gotta look at that. Okay, so camera powerhouse, this probably is not going to be. I'll take some better pictures like outside. I'm gonna do a full review of this thing. Don't get it twisted. We're reviewing this tiny little phone. Camera does not look great. It's pretty fuzzy. No real detail there at all. What about on the selfie? The selfie might be a bit better. So the selfie is passable, right? Like, it's not great, but like that's a passable selfie image. Okay, so we have finally finished that setup thing that it did again. I went ahead and rebooted, and it took a good minute to reboot. Let's look and see what is pre-installed, because there's not a lot. Calendar, camera, Chrome, clock, all this stuff is pretty standard. Now, there's an FM radio. That's interesting. You got your headphone jack there, so you've actually got a radio built in. Maps, messages, all this stuff looks normal. Settings, sound recorder. What is this? Student mode. Please enter a new password. Student mode. Install application and restore to factory settings not allowed under student mode. So you can turn on a student mode and basically lock them into not being able to install whatever apps they want unless they put in your password. That is interesting. Toolbox. What is a toolbox going to do? Noise test, compass, flashlight, bubble level. There's a level on it. You can see... What? You can use it as a level. I love it. What else? Picture hanging. What? How? Oh my goodness. You could use it to find a level when you're hanging a picture? This is madness. Heart rate. How is it going to detect my heart rate? Place your fingertip on the rear camera. It's using the camera to find your heart rate? Okay, 78 per minute, 78 beats per minute. And look, that's pretty close to accurate. A plumb bob. You gotta have yourself a plumb bob. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a plumb bob, what are you doing? protractor, speedometer. Okay, so there's just all kinds of like crazy tools in your toolbox. That's a good place to keep your tools. It says Zaza something. What is this? Zaza remote, smart life. It's an IR blaster. This thing can be a TV remote. Oh my lord. The features. It's a freaking IR blaster, guys. I'll have to test this out, but that's awesome. What about this side button over here? Let's go into settings and see if we can find like anything for that. Intelligent assistance. This is weird. Network manager, app blocker, freezer. I bet it's under shortcut settings here. Use of PTT key. After using the function, smart key will be turned off. Okay, so programmable key. It's vibrating when I'm hitting that key, but nothing else is happening. So I changed some of them, and some of them are now working. So one press is launching Google Messages just like I did it. A long press is triggering Google Assistant like I asked it to. But the double click for the flashlight, it's vibrating, but it's not actually working. So maybe I'll have to reboot or something to get that to work correctly. But that is interesting that is fairly programmable. I guess I do need to test the face unlock. Does double tap to wake work? Is that a thing? No? So we'll hit power. There we go. Face unlock working like a charm. So guys, I think that's where I'm going to leave it with the Unihertz Jelly 2E. Expect a full review coming very, very soon. Link in the description if you want to go ahead and purchase this thing now. What would you use this thing for? What is your use case? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. Guys, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Big shout out to Unihertz for sending this thing out to me before release so that I could test it out for you guys and bring a review, unboxing, all that fun stuff to you. Let me know what apps you want to see me install and try to test it on this thing as well. Maybe some games, some stuff that really does not make sense. But that's what we want to do, right? We want to put stuff on here that doesn't make any sense because that's what's going to be the most fun for me. I will see you guys on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.